Hi guys, Rob from Rob's Model Cars, and today you join me for the first model review for 2018. Now what we have here is a Liberty Walk model that was just released only a few weeks ago, and this is the official OEM brand of LB Works models. Now this is the first one of these that I've reviewed, so we'll start with the packaging. Very similar to BBR MR style boxes. Black box, and you've got the sort of the metallic green LB logo and Liberty Walk LB Walks logos on the box. So good start, very nice high quality packaging, quite a snug fit for the box lid, so we'll take that off. And the model comes like a BBR model. You've got a certificate of authenticity, which is nice. These are all individually numbered, these models. And you've got a beautiful leaflet book from LB all about the history of their cars. I'll show you that in a minute. And you've got this beautiful red felt lined box, a black cloth which protects the plexiglass display cover. So we open that up, and here we have, so this is the LB Performance Lamborghini Aventador Monster Energy drink version. So we'll get this out and we'll put it on the turntable and we'll have a closer look at it. But before we do that, I'll just quickly show you this booklet that comes with it. Beautifully printed, full colour pictures of all the LB cars, the real cars. And you've got all the history of LB Performance, when they started, pictures of all the cars, and also in the back it's actually got pictures of a few upcoming models as well that are going to be released. So pretty exciting stuff to know what's on the horizon. So anyway, we'll get this on the turntable and we'll have a look at this awesome Monster Energy LB Aventador. Okay, so I thought I'd start off the year with a bang and start with a absolutely awesome model. Now as I say, this model was released maybe a month ago. Well, that's when they started appearing on Facebook and also on eBay. And I thought these ones would sell out pretty quick because, well, it's a pretty famous LB car, and I thought it would be pretty popular with collectors, so I thought I'd better snap one up before they're all sold out and they're all inflated prices on eBay. So this model is limited to 90 pieces. This is number 76 of 90. And this is the Monster Energy LB Aventador. Now, the real car is actually a carbon fibre pattern all over, but obviously that would be a very expensive and labour-intensive process to do on a model car, and the price would be much, much higher than what this one would be. So I actually snapped this one up for $480. And overall, first impressions of the model, it looks really, really good. As I say, this is the first OEM LB Works model that I have bought, and I have to say I'm pretty happy with the quality. So we'll start with the base of the model. It comes on this, it's like a felt finish, red stitch base, really quite nice. It's actually got a LB Performance logo pressed into the material in this corner, very nice. And it's got a simple but effective little badge on the front, which is LB Works Aventador and limited edition 76 of 90. So that's quite nice. You can remove these models from the base. This bottom layer, you can peel it off and you will find the screws, but as I've mentioned, I like to keep these models on their base just so I don't ruin the resale value of them. So we'll start with the finish of the model. Obviously this is all in a matte black finish, not the carbon fibre pattern, but still looks really, really good. Very striking with all the green Monster Energy M's and writing on the body. So really quite good. There are a few gloss parts on it as well. So all the front splitter is gloss, the mirrors are gloss, the sides of the wing are gloss, and also the rear diffuser is gloss. The rest of the model is all completely matte black. So it looks really good. Now, headlight detail is pretty good. I've got no complaints with that. Replicated quite well. It does have photo etch mesh in the front of the car and also the side vents also. The wheels are replicated really well. These are of course the Forgiato wheels. We've got the nice tyres with the Pirelli P0 script. Got the nice yellow brake calipers in behind there, and really nice brake rotors as well. Front and rear, the rear is the same. The only thing I noticed with this model is that the front wheel is exactly the same size as the back wheel. Now I know with these LB cars they actually put a 21-inch wheel on the front and a 22 on the back. So this front wheel technically should be a little bit smaller in diameter. Other than that, it doesn't really detract too much from the model. Most people wouldn't know unless someone told them. But as I say, it looks fine. The only other thing that I noticed also is on the rear wheels, it's actually missing the parking brake on the rotor. You can just see the main brake rotor, but there should be a little parking brake rotor on there. Other than that, it's pretty good. So you've got nice side sill extensions. Your mirrors are your standard Aventador style mirrors. Worth noting that the windows, the side windows, front windows, and also the engine windows, super clear plastic that they've used on there. Model makers are getting really good there. There's no distortion in those anymore. No ripples. They're nice and flat. Really very good. Now, no photo etch mesh in the back on the grills. It's just a molded plastic piece. It is quite three-dimensional, and when you don't have this bright light on it, it's very hard to notice that it is solid grills in there. But nonetheless, that's something that could improve these models if they were fully photo etched in all the openings. Tail lights are pretty good. They've got good detail. Nice little photo etched wing legs here, like the Hobby Design kits. These are nice and thin, not chunky plastic. The only complaint is this rear wing has a little bit of a bow in it. I'm not sure whether I'll do anything about that or just leave that. I may just leave it as it is. You could always apply a little bit of heat to this wing and actually bend it down, but I may just leave it. Engine detail is really very good. If you have a look at that, probably just as good as an Auto Art model, I think, as far as engine detail. Everything seems to be correct in there, including all the inboard suspension and springs. So really quite good there. The level of detail in this model is really good. Now last year a few of you guys asked if I could give you a bit more close-up detail of the details on these models, so we'll try and do that in the reviews this year. Give you a bit longer look at bits and pieces. Now the interior is pretty cool with this model. Now it is just a black interior, but the seats and the door cards actually have a camouflage pattern. Now I tried to find some pictures online of the real car, and I couldn't really find any with the interior shots with the camouflage. Hopefully you guys are able to see that on the camera. But that's a pretty nice little touch, a bit of detail on this model. You usually only see that on the higher end D&G or Davis and Giovanni models. So it's nice to have that detail in this model. So everything's there where it should be. The center console, the small little photo etched paddles on behind the steering wheel. It's all replicated really well. Really quite surprised with this model. I heard good reviews about the 458 LB Works model, and I have to say that this one is really quite good also. So overall I'd rate this model quite high. I know they do have some other variations. They do the grey Zero Fighter version. They also do a Artemis green, a flash pink, and I think there's a few more colours that will be released also. Decal application is really quite good as well, considering it is a matte finish to the paint. You can sort of see the outline of the decals, but that's really hard to hide unless you put a full clear coat over the top of the decals, and these don't have that. You can feel the ridge of the decal, but look, honestly, I'm nitpicking there. You can't really say that that's a negative for this model. So Everything else seems really good. The proportion, nice crisp lines, panel lines, really very good. So as I say, overall, really pleased with this LB Works Aventador. I'm sure if you add one to your collection, you'll be very happy with it also. So that is the LB Works Aventador Monster Energy. If you haven't subscribed to my channel already, please do. Please smash that like button. It helps the channel a lot. And if you have any comments, leave them below and I'll be sure to answer them for you. So I hope you've enjoyed the first video review of 2018. We've got plenty more to come, and thanks for watching Rob's Model Cars.